So, good morning, everyone. Uh, in the previous lecture, we have started with the problems of the calculating the quantity of earthwork using the various methods, in which we have gone through the two methods, that is mid-sectional area method, and next one is your mean sectional area method. So also we have discussed few problems regarding these two methods. Now one more problem today we are going to discuss, and then we will proceed for our next methods, that is trapezoidal method, and your uh, next is your prismoidal method. We are going for that, and then we will directly start with the important part, that is bar bending schedule. Okay, so now you can note down that problem in your notebook. I hope everybody is having notebook and pen with you for this particular chapter. You have to solve many problems, so you can note it down this particular problem. Calculate the quantity of earthwork. I think screen is visible to everyone. You can note it down in your notebook. Calculate quantity of earthwork of a road using the following data and using mean sectional area method. Using mean sectional area method. Distances are given as 160, 200, 240, 280, 320, 360. GLs are given as 50.60, 50.70, 51.20, 51.40, 51.30, and 50. FL is given. First FL is given to you, that is 51.20. I can use the pointer. So first FL is given as formation level at starting point is 51.20. F formation width is given as 12 meters. Okay, then RL of the starting chain is at 160 meter is 51.20. Somebody voice is disturbing. Falling gradient is given as 1 in 40. Formation width as 12 meters. Slope is given as 1 is to 2. Okay. So by using this data, you have to solve this problem. I will give you just 2 or 3 minutes to solve this particular problem. Now everyone is having the good practice. Now you can solve the problem and you can cross check your answers with me. So 3 minutes to everyone. Now you can start that problem to solve. Solve the problem fast.
वर प्लेट आहे बघ, प्लेट आहे बघ वर.
Everyone please start solving the problem, so that we will discuss the rest theory part, and then we will directly shift towards our main important part, that is bar bending schedule. How we have are you getting the answer? Using the mean sectional area method, you have to solve the problem. That means you have to find out the mean sectional area, okay, and not the mean depth we are going for. See, distance change is given 160, 200, 240, 80, 320, 360. Okay. Okay, somebody has replied that they don't know this method. We have discussed so many problems. I think you were absent in the previous lecture. Please put if you are absent, so that I will revise one problem once again for everyone to understand. Okay, I will revise once again. Don't worry. Okay, so if you see the problem, we have to calculate the quantity of earthwork for a road structure using the data which is given. Now we have to solve this problem using the mean sectional area method. Now there are basically four methods to determine the quantity of earthwork for a road construction. First method is your mean sectional area method, mid sectional area method, trapezoidal method, and prismoidal method. Okay, out of which the most widely used methods are nothing but your mean sectional and mid sectional area method, in which we are going to consider their mean depths and mean areas. Okay, so uh, as far as this mean sectional area method is considered, if you see the problem, the distances are given. Distances is nothing but the chainage, different chainage points are given. Then formation width is given as 12 meters. Then formation level at the starting point. Okay, at the starting point, that means the suppose the road is going to begin at 160-meter distance. So at the starting point, what is the formation level? That is given as 51.20, and GL at that point is 50.60. It is given. So falling gradient is also given. Along with that, it is 1 in 40. Formation width is 12 meters. Side slope is given. Okay. Now, using the data, we have to solve this particular problem. Now, what is the first step? Again, I will revise for everyone so that you will have some brush up. The first step is nothing but we have to determine the formation levels at the different chainage points. Okay. Now, if you see the particular, if you see the problem, see the distances which are given: 160-meter, 200, 240, 280, 320, and 360 meters. Correct? Hmm? That is what been given to us. Now 160 to 200, the difference is 40 meters. For 200 to 240, difference is again 40 meters. 240 to 280, 40 meters. 280 to 320, 40 meters. 320 to 360, again 40 meters. Now if you see this gap, the chainage difference is 40 meters. Now you can visualize that also. Okay, now the ground levels also given for each and every point, chainage point. It is 50.60, 50.70, 51.20, 0.40, 51.30 and 50. Okay, now that is been again given. So by using this data only, you have to solve the problem. You have to calculate the quantity of earthwork. Now what is our first step in this particular, in such cases, in such problems? At first we have to determine the formation levels of all the points. Please remember, in this particular problem they have mentioned only formation level at the starting point, at the starting point, that is at 60 meter distance, 160 meter distance, and that formation level is given as 51.20. Okay, now what is my formula to determine the formation level at 200 meters, formation level at 240 meters? So my formula is nothing but formation level at the next chainage equals to formation level at previous chainage minus into bracket gradient multiplied by your chainage difference. Gradient multiplied by your chainage difference. So by using that formula, see the formula is again written over here. Formation level at the next chainage equals to formation level, you can see my pointer, formation level at the previous chainage minus gradient into chainage interval or difference of chainage. The formation level at 160 meter is given as 51.50. Okay, so formation level at 200 meters equals to, what is our formula? Our formula becomes formation level at 200 meter chainage equals to formation level at 160 meter chainage minus gradient into chainage interval. The formation level at 160, it is given as 51.20. So I have put it over here 51.20 minus gradient is 1 in 40, that is given. So 1 in 40 multiplied by chainage interval, or we called it as difference of the chainage. Now if you see the problem, this is 160, this is 200, so difference is 40. So chainage interval or difference of chainage is 40. Now if you do the calculation, you will get the answer. Now that answer comes as 50.50. So formation level at 200 meter chainage is 50.20 meters. Similarly, you have to calculate the formation level at 240. What is your formula? Formation level at 240 meter chainage equals to formation level at 200 meter. Okay, that is your previous chainage minus gradient multiplied by difference of chainage. Now again you can see the difference. It is here is 200, here is 240, so difference is 40 meters. Okay, so formation level at 200 meter chainage minus gradient is given as 1 in 40, it will remain constant, multiplied by difference of chainage is 40. So by that, by doing the calculation, you will get the formation level at 240 meters. Similarly, you have to perform the task for formation level at 280, at 320, at 360 meters. Okay. Now, if you do the calculations, here are the your answers. You can please cross check your answers with this. Formation level at the initial point is 51.20. It is given. Formation level at 200 meter, it is 50.20. We have calculated. At 240, it is 49.20. Please you cross check your answers whether calculations are correct or not. If it is wrong, let me know. If it is wrong, let me know, please. Then formation level at 280 meters is 48.20, at 320 is 47.20, and at 360 it is 46.20. Okay, you can cross check your answers with me. Then next is nothing but the depth. Okay, next is nothing but the depth. Now in this, as far as this depth is considered, what is the formula to determine the depth? Depth is nothing but we are going to take the difference of your formation level, that is FL, minus ground level. So if you see the difference, you can take the difference 51.20 minus 50.60. It is plus 0.6. The difference is positive. Then 50.20 minus 50.70, the difference is minus 0.5. 49.20 minus 51.20, difference is minus 2. Here the difference at 280, here the difference is minus 3.2. At 320 the difference is minus 4.1. At 360 the difference is minus 3.8. Minus 3.8. Now if you see the depths which we are getting, you will have some idea which portion is going to be in cutting portion, cutting area, and which portion you are going to fill it. Okay, which portion you are going to fill it, because the depths are varying from plus 0.6 to minus 3.8. That means there is one point where your depth is going to becomes 0. Your depth is going to becomes 0, and that point you have to determine, that change point you have to determine. How you are going to determine that change point? Anyone can respond me in the chat box. How we are going to determine that point of 0 depth? You can respond me in the chat box, or you can unmute. How we are going to determine the point of 0 depth? If you see, the depths are varying from plus to minus. Okay, that means there is one point where the depth is 0. And how we are going to calculate? Please let me know. You can respond me in the chat box. To whom I will ask. Who will give me the answer? Samarth, what is the formula? How we are going to calculate the point of 0 depth? My voice is audible and screen is visible, na everyone? Hello? So, hello? Please respond. How we are going to calculate the point of 0 depth? Using interpolation or using similar triangle methods, you can calculate that point of 0 depth. Okay, and after this, after getting the FLs at the different points and then the depth, we are going to prepare our table. What is that table? We called it as the table for the mid-sectional area method. If you see the number of columns, that will be, first column is chainage, second is depth or height, third one is the area of the central portion, fourth column will be area of the side portion, that's triangular portion, fifth column will be the summation of central portion plus triangular portion, sixth column will be your mid-sectional area method, seventh will be your length, eighth will be your final column, that is nothing but the quantity by using the formula area multiplied by the length. Cutting and banking you can take. Okay, so chainage 160, 200, 240, 280, 320, 360. These are given in the problem. But as I said earlier, the depth is going to be varied from plus to minus. That means there is one point where depth is 0. And if you resolve that problem using the similar triangle methods, you will get that chainage point as 181.82. That means what will be the distance? 21.82 meter distance will be there. Okay, from 160 meter chainage, where depth is going to becomes 0. Okay, where depth is going to becomes 0. This value you can resolve it using the similar triangle methods. Okay, now I hope everyone is capable and everybody is able to calculate the point of 0 depth using the similar triangles. If anyone is having any problem, you can ask me. Are you able to calculate this point of 0 depth using the similar triangle? How you are going to take your calculations? In the previous problem also we have discussed how we are going to calculate it. Okay, so depth you are having, then chainage points you are having, area of the central portion, that is nothing but B multiplied by D. What is B? B is nothing but your formation width. It is taken as 12 meters, and D is nothing but your depth that you have determined. Okay, so 12 multiplied by 0.6, that comes as 7.2. Area of the side portions, okay, it is nothing but S into D square. S is given as 2 here in this case, that is side slope value is given as 2. So 2 multiplied by 0.6 square, so 0.6 square is nothing but 0.36 multiplied by 2, that is 0.72. Your calculation comes. Okay, so by that you can calculate these area of the rectangular triangular portions. Then you can take the summation. You have to take the mean sectional area, that is mean values of these different areas. 7.2 plus 0 average is 3.96, 0 plus 6.5 average is 3.25, 6.5 plus 32 average is 19.25. Okay, then 32 plus 58 point, how much it is, 88, average is 45.44. 58.88 plus 82.82, average is 70.85, and 82.82 plus 74.48, average is 78.65. Okay, then chainage lengths we are having. Okay, see, first chainage point is 160. Second unknown chainage point where depth is 0, we have determined that distance is 21.82 meters, that is 21.82 meter away from 160. Okay, so here length is 21.82. Then from 181.82 to 200, what will be the remaining calculation? It is 18.18. Then again from 200 to 250, difference is 40, 40, 40, 40. Okay, and after taking your mean sectional area, that this is nothing but AM value, AM multiplied by this length, column number 6 multiplied by column number 7, you will get the values of section which is in embankment, section which is in cutting. The plus sign indicates the section is in embankment, that is we are indicating, and the negative sign for the depth, it will indicate the cutting portion, and here we have calculated these values. Okay, now you can cross check your values whether you are having the correct answer or not. So you can note it down this particular problem. Anyone is having any difficulty now? Shivani, how we are going to solve the problem? Are you getting? Anyone is having any difficulty in understanding this problem? So that we will quickly cover up the last two methods, that is the theory part, just formulas are given. Okay, if there is any problem which is going to ask on this method, that is calculation of the earthwork for the road work, so based on only these two methods the problem will be there. Okay, that is on mid sectional area method, and second one is your mean sectional area method. Okay, only on these two. Now is there any difficulty in this particular problem? If there is no difficulty, then we will directly move towards, I will share the new screen with everyone. Okay, so the last part of this road estimation methods are nothing but the two remaining methods we are going to discuss it. Okay, first one method is nothing but your Prismodel method. Now in the Prismodel method, what is the formula that we are going to calculate? So for calculating the quantity of earthwork, the formula that we are going to use is nothing but L by 6 into bracket A1 plus A2 plus 4AM. Directly we have to use these empirical formulas. Okay, so where A1 and A2 are the cross sections at the ends, that is your triangular portion, and AM is nothing but the area at the midsection. Okay, area at the midsection. I will just take a fast review of this because till that there will be no single question of a single mark. Okay, on this particular parts, that is Prismodel formula method and your uh, trapezoidal formula method. So if you consider how to calculate the volume, as far as this volume by the Prismodel formula, we have to use the formula as V equals to D by 3 into bracket A0 plus AN, that is your areas, plus 4 into bracket A1 plus A3, likewise. Okay, plus 2 into bracket A2 plus A4 plus A n raised to, A raised to n minus 2. Okay. Hmm? So if you see this particular problem, A0, AN, A1 plus A3, okay, that is even areas we have to consider, odd areas we have to consider, and here plus uh, A2 plus A4, that is even areas we have to consider. Now how it has been given? Again, D by 3 equals to first area A0, last area AN, plus 4 into summation of odd areas plus 2 into summation of even areas. You can determine the volume by using this formula in your Prismodel method. Okay, and the final formula for determining the quantity is L by 6 into bracket A1 plus A2 plus 4AM. Then as far as your trapezoidal method is considered, uh, in the trapezoidal method, volume of cutting or embankment we are going to calculate using the formula D by 2, where D is nothing but the distance between the sections, that is your change difference. D by 2 into bracket A0 plus AN, that is first area plus last area, divided by 2 plus A1 plus A2 plus A3 and so on. Okay, so only this formula you have to use. Please rejoin the session if the meeting ends within few seconds. Immediately you can rejoin the session, because in the next session we are going to discuss one interesting part before proceeding towards bar bending schedule. I just want to give you some highlights about the road projects. Okay, how it has been there. It may be your content beyond the syllabus part, but still I'm interested to discuss with you that part also, how the DPR is there, road projects are there, what parameters we have to consider. So please rejoin the session immediately after the end of this particular session, because this session will conclude in just few seconds.